You are at Lake Rant, where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one is for Apple Doom, who says, because I'm not going to let this ingenious idea of a topic go to waste, rant about May's hat. Here is the hat in question. It is specifically a... well, I'll explain momentarily. I wrote this video called May's Hat that was on screen briefly in one of my other videos. I wrote it back when we first moved in to Virginia Beach, and it was because I had this plan to do like specific video styles that were highly aesthetically driven, where I wanted to try to create videos that were basically written and edited around capturing a certain aesthetic. And so for my experiment for that, I happened to see May's hat sitting on the bed, which, by the way, this lighting is not really conveying what the hat looks like. Will you plug in that light real quick?
Yeah.
Let me give a better sense of this hat. Like, I saw this hat on our bed, which is also pink and white in a... that did not help. Did not make it look any pinker. It's much pinker in real life than it looks on this camera. And you can see... oh, if I get it up close, you can tell better. Yeah. Now you have a better sense of this hat. Alright, you can turn that light back off. I don't want to have good lighting at Lake Rant. Anyway, so this hat was sitting on the bed, and I thought that if I took a shot of it on that bed as a backdrop, it would look really cool. And then I was thinking about ways I could use, like, you know, pink and white, like, backdrops on a video to just create a video that was all, you know, based around the aesthetic of this hat. So I wrote this video, and I will read it to you now, because I don't know if I'm ever going to get it fucking made. And this guy requested it. When I think about my fiancée May's aesthetic, I inevitably think about this hat. For starters, the most obvious distinction is the three colors, white, black, and pink, which are dominant in May's wardrobe. May tends to skew towards non-complicated color combinations, favoring clothes which are simplistic and form-fitting, acting more as accents to her already appealing body, rather than drawing attention to the clothes themselves. She also tends towards building an easily mix-and-matchable wardrobe so that her options for combining different elements are larger, without making any one combination too difficult to figure out. As such, she is more likely to buy clothes which go with clothes she already has. With much of her wardrobe already consisting of pink, white, and black as base colors, her hat can match with practically anything she wears. Stylistically, this hat has an interesting gender-neutral quality to it. Given the cutesy bright pink base color, a man wearing this hat would need a certain level of self-confidence to pull off without being afraid that someone might make fun of it. However, it is also a baseball cap, which is considered more of a boyish hat structure. May has a tendency to favor what might be described as girly versions of boy clothes, a style which by no means flees from cuteness or emphasizing her womanliness, but also doesn't feel any need to distinguish her that way with any frilliness or traditionally feminine cuts. All of this, of course, would have been, you know, tons of pictures of May in different outfits and shit. May's wardrobe favors comfort and practicality without ever relinquishing cuteness. Shorts and leggings are a constant, as are t-shirts and sweaters, and the hat itself is just as much applied practically as a sun visor as it is considered an accessory. May doesn't tend to wear anything unnecessary, no jewelry, earrings, or bracelets besides the also practical hair ties. If it doesn't have a reason to be there, it probably won't be. Now, of course, we also have to address the text on the body of the hat, consisting of the Japanese hiragana for tsuki, meaning moon. Obviously, the fact that May is a massive weeaboo makes this appropriate for her aesthetic, and the text is aesthetically pleasing in its own right, but there's also some depth to it. Tsuki is, after all, the brand name for the clothesline created by PewDiePie and his girlfriend Marzia. If I had to speculate on why this name was chosen for the brand, it's probably because of the fact that tsuki is a near homonym with the Japanese word for liking something, suki. One is cuter sounding, but the other is better looking in text and adds immediate depth by drawing the comparison while meaning something different. This kind of playing around with something cutesy and making it more complex or mysterious is also indicative of May's aesthetic. More importantly, though, is just the fact that this is in fact a product of Pewds and Marzia. Aside from the fact that May enjoys PewDiePie and respects him as the de facto king of YouTube, she also has a long history of watching makeup tutorials and fashion channels on YouTube, having bought plenty of makeup and accessories from other YouTubers like her favorite Jeffree Star, and Marzia's now defunct channel is exactly in that vein. But even more than that, it's the fact that May is herself the fiance of a popular YouTuber who similarly appears alongside him in his content and contributes to it creatively. She can uniquely relate to the idea of that kind of collaboration leading to a product such as this. This hat alone communicates many different aspects of May's life, from her Japanophilia to the importance of YouTube in her life and relationships, to the general theory of her aesthetics and how those reflect her personality. As such, it is the ultimate representation of May's style. You might not see it in many videos, since unlike me, she doesn't primarily put on outdoor wear for the sake of making videos while not actually ever wearing it outdoors, but if you catch her outside on a sunny day, it's almost sure to be there. Ergo, I demand to see it represented in fan art of May when appropriate. What do you think of the hat video? Do you think it's accurate?
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. Ranting about May's hat.